We're back, day trading the NASDAQ. Didn't trade yesterday, just didn't see anything I liked. It was a really weird day. My bias was kind of correct, but wasn't correct at the same time. We're not going to get into it. But anyway, no trade day yesterday. Today is Tuesday. I am bullish coming into the day. Starting on the 4-hour time frame, we're just even versus 4-hour gap. We're displacing higher, looking like we're going to head back to all-time highs once again. Moving to the 1-hour, same thing, disrespecting gaps. We have this 1-hour CISD, and we are respecting bullish 1-hour gaps. And it looks like we're going to get a banger pre-market trade if this 5-minute inverses. I don't take pre-market trades, but I guarantee you this plays out. You do something like this, target this interior high, or just target a 1-to-1. It sucks because I feel like this is going to play. I have a feeling this is going to play. And I almost guarantee you Austin took this trade. I'm about to get a call in 2 minutes that Austin took this trade, I bet you. I have a funny feeling that's what's going to happen. But I'm very bullish coming today. What I want to see happen at open is us manipulate lower, hit this other discounted 1-hour gap, which is also London low. The start of this gap is London low. Yes, already took out that London low and is already retraced into an even deeper 1-hour gap. So we are SMTing these two gaps. As you can see, ES is already rebalanced to there. We don't necessarily need to go back here, especially since ES is just showing that ES has already went there and manipulated there and rebalanced there. But for me to get an entry, I would need to see that. If we just start displacing higher, I could see some sort of continuation. The only thing is that these gaps aren't sponsored, but there was going to be a 15-minute gap form, but it didn't, so that's good. Honestly, I'm really hoping that we just want to resweep and push lower, because we didn't, even though ES already has, we haven't rebalanced the entire range yet. If I pull out my Gambox tool here, as you can see, we have not hit equilibrium. We don't need to go back there, but if we do tap into this 1-hour gap, a little bit below CE, the 1-hour gap, we would have a beautiful equilibrium tap. We have all this length of liquidity. We have all-time highs up here. I will mark out all-time highs just for shits and gigs in case we just start displacing higher and I get like a 15-minute pullback. But pretty easy bias coming into the day. Like I said, yesterday I just didn't see anything that I liked. There was one trade I liked, but it was a CISD. It wasn't an inversion. A beautiful trade. I just didn't take it just because it didn't fit my entry model. And I was going to take it, but then I hesitated. I didn't get in the move. And when you don't commit to getting in the move, it's always better just to say, you know what? If it plays out, it plays out. I missed a winning trade. I would much rather miss a winning trade than force a trade that I wasn't sure enough. Like if I'm not sure enough in the moment to enter the move right when the entry model presents itself, whether it's a CISD, inversion, whatever, if I'm not going to enter right when that happens, it's probably best just to stay out of the move, stay off and preserve capital for a better trade that you're more confident in. I don't know if we're going to want to, I have just a feeling we're just going to pump higher, and then maybe we get a 15-minute gap and get a pullback and then target all-time highs. But my AA plus scenario would be us at 9:30. It would be price to come lower, resweep this interior low, tap into this 1-hour gap, and then ES do the same. Just have a little bit deeper of a retrace, resweep this interior low. It's already inside of a 1-hour gap, but this 5-minute it probably plays. It just sucks that it's pre-market. If this was not pre-market, would I take this trade? Probably, just given the circumstances, just the fact that ES is already retraced so low, doesn't really need to go lower. Same thing with NQ. Both pairs are in a position to distribute. But am I going to take a pre-market trade? No. I'm going to wait and trade the session that I trade. I don't take pre-market trades, but I wouldn't be surprised if Austin took this trade. I would not be surprised whatsoever. Alrighty, market has opened. Let's see what we get here. Whoa, big push lower. I bet you Patty takes this Judas though. Come on, just get to this 1-hour gap. Wait, give me a stop hunt. Yes, do that. Retrace to this 1-hour gap. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You resweep this internal low. We're just not going to get an entry is the issue. We either need to push lower, create a new leg, and then get an entry, or I'm going to have to take this 2-minute or this 3-minute that's going to form. But it looks like we are pushing lower into that 1-hour gap like I wanted us to. I don't know what the fuck ES is doing. ES is just going higher. Yes. CE tap. Bro, you're fucking kidding me. All we're going to have is this 15-second, bro. I'm not going to take a 15-second, bro. There is this 15-second. I'm not going to take it. I don't want to take a 15-second. I don't take 15 seconds. But I didn't take that 15-second. We've just wicked equilibrium of the range. I'm going to take this woman to CISD if I get it. It's just ES, dude. ES is just tripping me the fuck out. I will rip this 30-second. Get this discounted 15-minute. I'm in this 30-second. Like I said, I was bullish coming into the day. The only thing is 9:45 is really close. We discount. Oh, we actually hit this other 1 hour gap as well. But we come down, hit this 1 hour gap, hit this other discounted 1 hour gap, which is I marked out as a 15-minute gap, but it's also the other 1 hour gap. It's almost like a PDI structure on the 30-second, but we accumulate, manipulate, and now we inverse to hopefully distribute. The only thing is this 5-minute is just like, I don't know if I want to go break even there. We shall see. I've been with about 8 contracts here, so we shall see. I didn't know that was another discounted 1 hour gap. We just, that was a 15-minute gap, but it was a 1 hour gap that we came down and tapped. It's like, do I just target a 1-to-1 here? Where's a 1-to-1? Also a little over risked here. I think I'm just going to target a 1-to-1. Just granted where ES is. Just going to target a 1-to-1. Hopefully we just flush out. And then I will go break even now. Since we're in this 5-minute, just flush out to my 1-to-1, baby. Flush out to my 1-to-1. Go, baby, go. TP smash. Let's go. Yep, I'm just going to take my 1-to-1 for the day. The only reason that I'm not going to hold to this high up here is just because ES is just weird. It didn't even manipulate into like a 5-minute gap. It just kind of was in a weird spot. But I do love the way that NQ looked on this trade. Like I said, we were already inside this 1 hour gap. We retraced low. Look at that 1 hour candle. We retraced lower into this other 1 hour gap. I have it marked out as a 15-minute, but it was another 1 hour gap. We're pumping now. But I'm just going to take my 1-to-1. Made about 628 on that. Great way to start the month. First trade of the month is a banger. But yeah, just to recap, I was bullish coming into the day, like I said. We retrace into this 1 hour gap and then actually start retracing lower into this other discounted 1 hour gap. I haven't marked that as a 15-minute gap because I thought it was a 15-minute, but it's actually a 1 hour gap. The only thing that I didn't like about this trade was just where ES was. ES didn't manipulate into anything. There was literally no manipulation whatsoever. NQ just ran the show. But in my opinion, NQ just looks so good to me that I couldn't fade this trade. We kind of were just accumulating for a little bit. We pushed lower, wick that other 1 hour gap strong. 30-second inversion as well as a 30-second CISD, even though I don't really look at 30-second CISDs as that indicative. But 30-second inversion, I was going to target the swing, and as you can see, we literally cleared all this and went to the swing. I thought we would have. It's the only thing I mismanaged about this trade was just not holding for the full take profit. But coming off of a red week, I was going to take my 1-to-1, as well as I was a little over risk on this trade where the inverse was. I should have went with about 6 contracts. I went in with about 8, and that's exactly why I made 628 on this trade. Can't complain. I'll take my 1-to-1. Gets me back up on this eval, but I think if the one thing I do need to work on is, 1, managing the trade a little bit better, knowing when to hold, knowing when not to hold. I'm not too mad. It's obviously in hindsight, frustrating because you see your full take profit get hit, but in the moment, I really looked at ES and I was like, it looks awkward to me. If ES would have reswept this internal low and then we hit the other just kind of 1 hour gaps, I would have held for full take profit. When ES is so uncorrelated like this, it makes me hesitant to want to take large RR trades simply because one weird move by ES dramatically affects NQ and vice versa because they're just so uncorrelated. But yeah, I'll take my 1-to-1. Beautiful trade. A+ in my opinion. Great way to start the month. First trade of the month. First trade of the week. But yeah, great A+ setup. First trade of the week. First trade of the month. I'll take my 1-to-1. I'm back up on the eval. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.